Okay, I'm going to welcome Heather. Heather is leading tonight on how to launch. This is so great. One of the things I love so much about Turn On is that we have so much support. Heather, you're a black diamond, is that right? I'm still so new that sometimes I get all the diamonds mixed up.
I am, yes.
Okay, so Heather is a black diamond with Turn On, and you guys, this is a huge rank in the company. And as you guys know, I only started in December. So I always tell everyone, like, thank you for being so patient with me as I learn as I go and learn as I grow. So I love learning all the tips and tricks from everyone else. And one of my favorite things to say is success leaves clues. So you want to lean in to those who are rocking it and soak up everything you can. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Heather.
Hey guys, it's so awesome to be on here. Benny, thank you for inviting me. And I hope your team don't mind that I'm totally showing up fresh out of the shower with no makeup on. So it's how I roll. Would you mind making me co-host so I can share my screen?
You bet. I think I actually have to make you host.
You should be able to make me co-host and let it work.
Do that. Let's see. I don't know how to do co-host. It only says make host. It says rename. It might kick us off our recording, so I might have to do it again.
It should say, click on my name and click on that little more arrow down, and it should say make co-host or make host.
So it only says host.
Okay. We might have to do that.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
You can share your screen.
Yes, I can. I just realized that. Woohoo.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. That's all I needed to do. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, just so you know who I am. And then I want you to know that you can ask questions in the chat as I go over the launch, because my motto is if you don't ask questions, you're not going to learn. And your question may be exactly what somebody else is thinking, but they just haven't asked it yet. So go ahead and pop in the questions. So I live in Northwest Iowa. Is everybody here Canada or US? Drop that in the comments if you can, because I would love to know if you're Canada or US. And then
I believe everyone is Canada. I'm just going to respond for them.
Okay, perfect.
We have about 2 US team members, but we are doing a training later in the week on the US comp plan because we are growing, you guys.
Yeah, okay, I love it. So Iowa is, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the United States, but Iowa is just below Minnesota. And we are a very rural farming community. Prior to network marketing, I was a traditional business owner. So I owned a flower shop and a boutique. And I found myself injured from carrying a great big heavy plant into a funeral home, slipped on the ice, and 3 back surgeries later, you cannot operate a business paying somebody to work in a small town. And so I was at the point of I either needed to get a job, which I could hardly stand or walk because I had so much pain, or I needed to figure something out. So I found direct sales. I didn't really think that I would make money at it because nobody really does, but I wanted to try the products. And so I made my first sale just by sharing about the products. This was 10 years ago. And I got that first $200 check, and that's when my passion hit. And everything kind of transpired from there. I'm 10 years in the making. And I believe in learning and growing every single day. So that is just a little bit about me. I feel it is important for people to know that about me because I'm literally self-made. Some people come into this business and they have tons of followers, tons of friends. And I came into this business with 400 friends on Facebook, and I just decided I had to put myself out there. So, all right. So Benny asked me the other day, we've had so many good chats. I have loved getting to know her. And so I look forward to getting to work with you and all of her team as well. And so she asked me, she said, how do you launch people, or what do you do when people come on? And it occurred to me that I have kind of relied on my team to onboard, and I haven't been doing it myself. And so I think it's time that we go back to the basics, right? Even as a leader, we have to realize that we have to go back to the basics again. And so I said, let me onboard your team so that they all know how we do it. And hopefully the system can keep duplicating. So I'm going to share my screen here. If I can figure out which one it is. And so I love direct sales and all, but I hate technology.
You are my spirit animal.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine too.
I hate it.
That's beautiful.
So we have a team page. Mr. and Mrs. John and Veronica Singh created a team page. It's I don't know if you can see it at the top, but if you want to write this down, it's called legacybuildersystem.com. And within this team page, for those of you who do not know, we have 60 days of social media posts. So if you text the word launch, LAUNCH, to this phone number, you will get a text every single day with an idea of social media posts. That number is 725-900-8702. And I will repeat that. It's the word launch to 725-900-8702. So I always start people out on that very so I can't click the thing if it, okay. So I always start people out there because it's just the perfect way to know every single day what to post. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to upload the launch document and it's literally not. There we go. What did I say
So
about
everybody knows you can do that as many times as you want. I've done it twice now. And you can also pick and choose, make it your own. I have a question for you. I had somebody ask, they don't have, one person on our team does not have a cell phone. Is there a place, and actually Leah's asking the same thing. Is there a place to find all of them? Is it in boards? Maybe?
Let me ask Veronica that question.
Okay, I feel like there's a file of all of them somewhere. So if you wanted to like pick or choose, Jen Dowd might also know.
So this is actually a different number than Jen's number.
Oh, okay.
So if you have done Jen's, this will be totally different posts.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm asking that. All right. So let's talk about launching your business. First of all, part of coming into Trinont means that you wanted to make money, right? So do not look at this right now because this is going to confuse you all, because this is the US comp plan and the costs and what we make on that, okay? But the whole idea of launching is the same whether you're Canadian or you're US or you're UK or wherever it might be. The first thing you have to do is you have to start making your list of people. Now, within this document, if you were to print this, it would allow you to list 30 people. But this is where I insert my rainbow funnel training to talk to you guys about that. How many of you have used the rainbow funnel? Angela, kinda. Okay. So Benny, when we get off this call, I'm going to get the rainbow training, and can I post that into your team page so that everybody watches that? Because I feel it's super important to be able to make your list.
Absolutely.
So whether you're using the rainbow funnel or you're not using the rainbow funnel, you have to have a list. The rainbow funnel is just a great way for you guys to organize your list. I tell people when you're first joining the business, you always need to have at least 30 to 50 people in your funnel system. You want to have 30 to 50 people in your funnel at all times that you are talking to. You guys, I know that seems like a crazy amount of people, but in direct sales, it's all a numbers game. I listened to John Maxwell today, which he's one of my favorite people. And he said, if you talk to 100 people, 10% of them are going to show you interest. The other 90% should spark you to want to reach out to more people. So remember that it's all about numbers. I promise you, if you send 100 people a message saying, have you ever heard of Trinont? Maybe only 20% will respond, and maybe only 10% of those will want more information. So the difference between where you are and where you want to be is literally talking to people. For 10 years, I have constantly been talking to people. Benny, how long have you been in the industry?
Just over 8.
Over 8. So for 8 years, Benny has been building and creating relationships.
And when I started, just for reference, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I literally had like 3 friends that I talked to regularly.
Yeah. Yeah. So see,
About
it
it.
doesn't, yeah, it is very true. Canadians, you have the 10 and 3 bonus, right? So it's not $1,000. I know that that's transferred into your own business.
1,280.
Perfect.
And I've
So
got it 3 months in a row now.
perfect. Listen to that. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I have been with Trinont. It will be 3 years in May 1st. And I can count on 2 hands how many months I have not gotten the 10 and 3. So most months I get the 10 and 3. And here is why I feel that is an important part of your business. Number one, it's $1,000. It's $1,280 in Canada. Number two, if you are signing up 10 new customers and 3 associates every month, do you know what that is doing for your business? That is like creating momentum, because it's not only creating momentum for you, but remember that you get to drop those 3 new associates under somebody. So that is continually building fire and building momentum for other people. And lastly, 10 new customers means that the next month, or maybe the next few months, they may want to upgrade to an associate. Sometimes your best associates are people who have already been trying the products. And in this launch document, it will give you names and ideas of people who you can put on your list. I do love this. Now, can you guys all see that QR code?
Yes.
Okay, if you scan that, it will take you to scripts and tips on inviting. And then tell me when I can stop screen sharing.
Oh yeah, that's good.
All right. So we talked about like inviting, we talked about creating urgency, we talked about building your list. Let's talk about groups. 2 groups that I use. Obviously, my team page, which is called Legacy Tribe. I can I know you guys have your own team page, and that is awesome. I don't encourage you not to use your own team page, but plugging into Upline's team pages is great because sometimes I post little challenges in there. Sometimes I post, I'm creating an invite link for you guys. Sometimes I post little fun giveaways in there. And so I would hate for you to be missing out on the fun things that I post in there because you're not in there.
And I just put the tips and scripts in our Trailblazers message thread, only
Perfect.
because I don't know how to put it on here.
Okay. There is the link to my team page. I think you have to go through Facebook. So my team page always has all the events for the week. I try to do one giveaway a week, at least 2 or 3 a month. So you want to stay present in there. It's just fun little swag things, Amazon cards. We all like little giveaways. We all like little challenges, right? And then the second thing is Change Life. So I know, Benny, you guys also have a customer page. Is that correct?
No, I usually just tell people change. So this is for
Customers like prospecting.
yeah, and I usually tell people I'm in Change Life and Ripple Effect
Okay.
because I like to have more choice.
Yeah. So perfect. So Change Life, we are in the process of making that group pretty awesome. We're going to start doing one-on-one in videos in there. My preference on using Change Life is that when you add your people to this group, you can add them with confidence because I make sure that people go back to the place or who invited them, if that makes sense. So I just like people to know that even though there's like 8,000 people in the group, our leaders, our mentors in the group make sure if somebody comments the word interested or comments on a post or something, and it was somebody that Benny added, I make sure that Benny knows about the comment and that that person is sent back to Benny. Angela, you don't have to, just put Heather invited me on the what color pack you joined with. I need to change that to say who invited you. So we used to just be able to join with bronze, silver, gold, and platinum packs. And so I was having a bunch of scammers trying to come in there from other companies and steal the people. So I had to put what pack did you join with? So that's why that question is there. All right. So we got the groups. We've talked about the groups. Now let's talk about inviting people to calls. Every Monday night, we have our Legacy Tribe team call, which we had that at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Every Tuesday night is Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday stands for Totally Awesome Career Opportunity. That is a great call to you like it? That is a great call to invite like your business-minded friends too. We have help, it's all about this comp plan, and we have testimonies about people who have had success with the comp plan on there. Wellness Wednesday is all health testimonies, 2-minute testimonies of real people. I love Wellness Wednesday. It's a very, very impactful night for people who are interested in the products. And then every Thursday night.
So much. If you're new, I encourage you to tap into all the events, even if you're cooking, just put an earbud in. So when you start going to those Wellness Wednesdays, you're going to hear, oh my goodness, somebody had allergies, somebody had this, and you're going to learn more about the products, but you cannot come to a Wellness Wednesday and not be so inspired.
Right. Wellness Wednesdays are like, sometimes we cry because the testimonies are so good and they're real and they're raw. And then every Thursday night and Sunday night, we have overviews. Now, I know you're super confused because I just gave you a ton of dates, but in my Legacy Tribe group, I post the whole week's events a week before. So Are they all recorded? Michelle, that is a great question. I'm going to link my YouTube page because I used to be the insane leader who recorded absolutely every single call, and I spent my whole day uploading, and I don't do that anymore. We do live stream them to change life, and I do have quite a few calls on my YouTube page. So I encourage you to use my YouTube page if you're looking for a call. We still record them every once or twice a month, but I don't upload every single week's event. I do not upload any Wellness Wednesdays anymore. They're just in our private group live streamed because some people like to say that we're not compliant. I won't say where or why, but this way it's only in our private group, and we never claim to heal, treat, or cure. They're always people's testimonies. So I am going to give you my YouTube page just so you have that also. If you want to go dig around, the rainbow funnel is actually on my YouTube page also.
I'll throw up my YouTube channel. So
Yes.
Jen, Lori, and I do overviews generally on Sundays and Tuesdays. However, sometimes they change a little bit. And we are doing like a women's health circle talk one Thursday.
Oh, awesome. I would love to be on one of your calls if I
I'd love for you to come. So I record all of them and throw them up, including we have like the gut health, the pain one. We have the skin health one on my YouTube channel that we just did last night. So I'll throw mine up there too.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, you guys, I even tell people when you're launching and new, the more videos you can watch, the more things you can plug into and listen, the better. You always pick up nuggets. Like I even sometimes on Monday nights, obviously it's not always me training, but I will pop on and listen to other leaders train because that's how we grow and learn. So I'm going to go back. Did anybody have any questions? Can we have people watch who aren't a part of the group? Leah, so the group, I add all my people to the group who are interested. I add everybody to Change Life. I will send them a message that says, hey, we have a very informal group. I would just love for you to check it out and look around. And then when Wellness Wednesday is going, I'll go live streaming. I'll go tag them in the live stream so that they can watch it in their own time. Leah, did you do the launch text for this number that I gave you, or was that for Jen's number? And then, yeah, I would just text the number again so you can get that. Any other question?
I just have a little comment, if I could just add.
Yeah.
I saved the rainbow funnel video to my files to be able to go over, and I watched it a second time, and it was like, I got things the second time that I hadn't the first, or I actually felt more confident by the time I watched it a month later. Like, so I just really love it. So I'm actually, when I did this to you about how much I've implemented it, it was more just, I've been shaving away my schedule in a way that's making more time for this, but it's an amazing video. So I recommend watching it a couple times with notes.
Good. I just recorded another one, I think last week it was. So if you haven't watched that one, you might grab some more information from the new one. So yeah, the rainbow training is a super easy way to make your list for people, especially if you're just getting started. So anybody else have questions? Or Benny, if there's questions in your group, if you want to tag me in them or just ask them to me, I'm good with whatever.
Perfect. Good.
By the way, I love that your ruby trophy is sitting back there, and now you're going to have a sapphire trophy and an emerald trophy and
a diamond trophy.
a diamond trophy. It's an eagle, a diamond eagle. So,
Cool. Lots of room.
uh-huh. Oh, creating an urgency. So you guys, I love to create urgency for my people. Like, I will create urgency, especially at the beginning of the month and the end of the month. And by doing that, I will message people and be like, hey, I have two $10 off codes if you order. They expire by Friday, or they expire. Like, if I were to do them this week, I'd be like, I have two $10 off codes. Because we have do you guys have the $10 off codes in Canada?
We do, but it's 13 because it's in Canadian.
Yeah. Okay. So you would say I have two $13 off codes to my first two people who use them by Friday. I do this for people who are like procrastinating the order. And then I'm like, I only have two of them. So if you want to be one of my people, that would be, I'll send you the link. So that's how I create the urgency. Now, if 5 people say they want the code, nobody has to know, right? That's between you and you. So, yeah. So yeah, that's how I create the urgency. And I will, and sometimes so when the website was down, I would be like, I'll Venmo you $10. I don't know if you have Venmo in Canada or whatever.
Transfer.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure whatever we have in the United States that you guys have in Canada, like, you just create that sense of urgency somehow. Now, even if I have like, okay, I'm going to give you, here's one. So last month for my 10 and 3, I needed one more customer. And so I knew this girl really wanted collagen. I knew she wanted collagen load. So I was like, so our special is buy 3 bottles, get 1 free. But if you buy 3 bottles and get 1 free, I'll send you an extra one. Because I totally made my money back, right? So it's all a numbers game. And now she loves her collagen. So who knows what this could create.
And just a note on, there is literally almost an overview every single night. So what I recommend people doing, and this is what I did when I first started, go check them all out yourself first. Like, go to a Taco Tuesday, go to a Wellness Wednesday, so you know what you're inviting people to.
Right.
Sometimes where I invited people to the wrong thing, but you want to know what it is you can invite with confidence. Like, you know what Jen and I's calls are like, but go check out Taco Tuesday, check out all the different ones, because I do believe sometimes too, there's different people that I send to different things. But in general, if somebody comes to me and is excited about something, I'm like, oh my gosh, can you make it to the overview tonight? And then I'll send them, like, Jen and I have the recording, so you can send them the recordings. Because when they come to an overview, like, I get this question all the time, someone's interested in the collagen, what do we say? It's like, bring them to an overview, because you create the value of the products. I still go to every single overview leaving wanting to try a new product. And they're going to understand how the products work, what they're looking for. They're educated on taking the products. So I find the success rate of people coming to an overview versus just buying the collagen is much better. And then once again, as a customer service, is keep inviting them, because I've had people, even Leah on here, she was on a call the other night and she realized I haven't had headaches. So sometimes it's people self-reflecting on taking the products and coming to the overviews. And then also, they're going to learn more about the products. So that's how I'm framing it, is after they buy the collagen, if they haven't been to an overview, oh my gosh, come to the overview. It'll give you a better sense of how the products work, the quality of the products, and what to look for and how to take them and things like that.
100%. And I will tell you that in the Change Life group, there's quite a few Wellness Wednesdays already streamed in there. So you can find those in there. And if you ever want to give a 2-minute testimony on a Wellness Wednesday, like you're trying to maybe get out of your comfort zone just a little bit, but you don't want to present yet, but you are ready to give a 2-minute testimony, hit myself or Benny up and we will get you on a health on a Wellness Wednesday, because it's a great place for you to practice. It's 2 minutes. You can't do it wrong. You can't say a wrong thing because it's only your own story.
And I'm sitting with Trent here, and I speak all the time on lives and trainings and things, but I know that Trent just keeps doing it over and over again, and it keeps getting easier.
Yeah. First time I did it was pretty uncomfortable and scary.
Mhm.
But now it's like, I don't think I'm like super awesome like Benny, but I like it. Like I almost enjoy, like if there's a call and I don't get to do a testimony, it's like, oh.
And
Well-
also you're practicing for your life. So it's going to be
Yeah.
easier to share with people. Like I know Trent is getting more customers because he's able to talk about it with people
With confidence.
with confidence. And then
Yeah.
you also, the other thing that I love coming to overviews is now you've heard different people share. So now you can say, oh my goodness, my friend Michelle just started taking the collagen last week and this was her experience.
Right.
And you can talk about people that you know, because sometimes, and actually this guy right here was one of those people who was like, is the bathroom tile the same? Because I'm not sure it's the same before and after photo. So, but when you hear someone in person, like if Michelle is sharing, she took the collagen for the first time and her aches and pains are going away, or her arthritis or different things, you can't not share that with
Right.
the people you know. So I just met with a friend on Sunday and she was sharing about her arthritis. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to share and make a difference.
Yeah.
So that's when
And Trent, if you ever want to share on a Wellness Wednesday, we'll gladly have you. We need male testimonies.
Oh, we do. I need to get the boys going.
We do. Yeah.
he was there last week, but he had to drive the kids and anyways, he was in the wrong spot, but
There'll be
yeah.
an intervention in Mexico. We'll see.
I'm
He
sad.
wants Trent wants to work. If you guys have any men that want to work in Trinot, Trent would like more men to work with.
That'd be great. Trent, I encourage you to reach out to Aaron Jenkins.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Do you know Aaron?
I don't know him personally. I've seen him on many calls.
Yeah, you should be Facebook friends because he's great too. All right. Does anybody have any questions before I let you go?
The only other one I wanted to know is for launching people, what do you recommend? So I am happy to launch anyone. And I'm just going to share my experience with launching. I know it was a little different than some of you because this is my full-time career. So when I launched, I had calls for like 2 weeks that I was inviting people to. So you get to create your launch however you want. You can do it on your public Facebook. You can do it on a Zoom and stream it into a private launch event. And here's the thing, you guys, it's all branding. So because of where I was coming from, I was not loud and proud about my launch. And you might not be comfortable being loud and proud yet either. So we actually did a grand opening about 2 or 3 months later. So you can literally launch yourself over and over and over again. We can have like a Mexico Trinot party after. Guess what? It's the same thing as a launch. You're just rebranding it. You can have a birthday Trinot party. You can have
This is great.
a second grand opening, right? Like the first grand opening was so successful. I still remember I listened to one person who was launching her business and she didn't powerfully didn't invite enough people to actually have it a go. And so she was like, guess what? Nobody knew. So she said, it was so successful. I'm doing another one next weekend. And that time she invited enough people. So anytime I have something that is not successful, like you don't invite enough people to overviews, your launch, it's usually my fault because I didn't reach out to enough people. So when Trent and that is, you guys, we went from Ruby, myself was Ruby and Trent was at Opal. We went from that to Emerald and Ruby within 2 months of doing our grand opening. We put it all over. We made it an event. We did a in-home. We did tasters. We did prizes. We did, special offers. We like made it a grand opening. So you can do it twofolds. And that's what I recommend. So Michelle, like you're getting started, do a launch because you're going to catch different people at different times. Do one in person, do one online, do one as an event. Like you can do it multiple ways. Because this is just my experience, and Heather, add anything you want, but business is literally like throwing spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah, so I tell my team you need to be launching the first day of every month as well as every Monday.
Okay. And how do you tell people to do that, Heather?
Okay, so at the beginning of every month, you should, I'm going to show you what my planner looks like.
I love this.
Sorry, remember tech savvy. So here's my planner for, I gotta get it to May here and the right side. Here's my planner for May. So you can see like I have names already on every single day. So I know my whole month of May who I'm reaching out to every single day. That is part of the rainbow funnel that I'm talking about and how to put them in color. Now, over on the side over here, I have names that maybe they're a follow-up from here and they're here, or I have follow-up. Okay, here's my code words that I use. I added Jen Johnson to Change Life and I tagged her in something. So 2 days later, I put her in my calendar and I put Change Life by it. So I'm going to message Jen and I'm going to say, hey, did you see what I tagged you in Change Life? We call that ad tag message, ATM. I have my follow-ups for my customers, who I need to check on when, what products they're using. You should have your whole month planned out on day 1 of May. Okay. When Monday comes, or Saturday, because I post all the events on Saturday for the whole week in Legacy Tribe, you should have your list of what events you're going to listen to and who you're going to invite to what events. This saves you from when you get on your computer or Facebook, you look at your planner and you're like, oh, look, I have to message Christy today. You're not just scrolling like, oh, I'm going to go work my business. Scroll. Oh, but then I'm going to watch this reel. And then a half hour later, you've watched 30 minutes of reels and you haven't worked your business. Because I'm guilty. That is why I have to have everything written in my planner. I don't let myself do anything else until I've done my names in my planner for the day. And I have about 10 to 15 names every single day in color. And each color means something. If you watch the rainbow training, you'll know what each color means. And then over here, I also have what I have to reach out to for each person. And then, for instance, if I had any Zoom calls scheduled for tomorrow, those would be in this part also. I don't, because taking my dad to the doctor. So that is kind of how I do my launching and my meetings. And I mean, even on our team meetings, like just making sure you're plugging in. I don't know what chats y'all are in, but every single morning I'm trying to get into the habit of going to my leader chats and posting what's going on for that day within our team. And so they know and they can pass that on to their team. So just showing up and knowing what is going on that day for the turnout world.
I love it. Any other questions anyone has?
I have a question about streamlining my focus, because I think how you put that just now, Heather, was kind of hinting in that direction. So if I'm just paying attention, like, because there's quite a few groups, like I'm on the East Coast, so it's
Okay.
nice because I can sort of connect with them when
Right.
I can't stay up late to be with the community that I'm more familiar with out west because I was there for so long.
Right.
And then there's the one that you mentioned, the legacy builders. So
Mhm.
there could be like easily 10 different calls to
All
attend.
right. Well,
And
I
I
think I got it live streamed in Turn Up Mentoring. I'm hoping it is there.
Oh, sorry. I'm so
I
sorry. I
think
just heard you
that-
talking and it's because I was going to share the video with the group. But sorry, I don't know if you could hear your voice. Yeah, so I can have like 10 things in the week. Now I am streamlining, so I won't have like my 5 a.m. till 9 a.m. job before I go into my midday job. But yeah, like how do you streamline? Because I just feel sometimes like because I can't do it all and I want to do it all, it's hard to feel like I guess that's what you're saying is like set a goal at the beginning of the month or the week for what you want to attend and then stick to that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Dang, dog.
Okay.
Set your goal for the beginning of the week, and figure out what it is that you want to streamline for that week and to do. So just like maybe you plan to work 15 minutes before you get up. Maybe you want to work 15 minutes before you go to bed, and maybe you're going to sit in the carpool 15 minutes. Be very intentional with those 15 minutes. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
And the other thought is like I started the rainbow funnel and then something came up and I missed a day. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I had put 5 people's names down. And when I have to put them into their follow-up day, I was like, oh my gosh, now that day's 10 people. And I was like, I don't know if I can do it. So I kind of got off track and got discouraged because it wasn't perfect. So I'm realizing how many things it's actually an amazing experience being in this company because I'm realizing some of the barriers in other parts of my life are actually
Right.
showing up really quickly and clearly by being here. So I'm grateful.
Right.
But yeah, I wonder if you could relate to any of that and initially in that kind of
Yeah,
industry.
I mean, 100%. So yeah, you definitely, so my biggest thing is just carving out time for yourself to work the business. Like I think that's why I try to say like, sorry, my computer's being weird again. Try to be super intentional with your like, so for the rainbow funnel, literally once you get your list done, you can probably do your whole business work in 15 or 20 minutes and have completed something. Or so I mean, you're telling me you have a super busy schedule and you want to not take away from your family, but be able to be successful with Trinot, or am I understanding wrong?
Well, it's, it's part of it is it's definitely up to me to shape where I do and don't let my attention get to. And so I've been working on that for a long time. And I think this is just time to sharpen that where I don't get caught up in things empathically in other people's
Right.
zone until
Right.
I've handled my zone
Mhm.
fully. Even if
Yeah.
it's a minute.
So if you're to focus on certain things, I would make sure that you focus on obviously Benning's team's trainings and make yourself attend one event a week, whether it's a Taco Tuesday, a Wellness Wednesday,
Yes.
an overview. But if your time is limited, pick the important things. Pick the things that you feel are important to you in growing.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm working on doing the launch this month. And I was like, oh, I should wait till I've seen more videos and things like that. But I think I'm just going to jump in hearing that you have your team do it once a month and every Monday. So this has been amazing. Thank you so much for this time.
Yeah. And if you guys want me to hop on once a month with you guys and go over things and answer questions, I'm happy to do that. I'm love getting to work with Benny. I'm love learning more about her and her team. And my bucket list is that I get to come to Vancouver Island one day and do an event with you guys, because it is so gorgeous there from everything I've seen, and I love the outdoors. So I think corporate should say, Heather, let's go to Vancouver Island, but I don't get to make those calls. But maybe one day, right?
I love it.
And I have to say, it's better than it looks.
It is
I
beautiful.
believe it. Oh my gosh. I love, love, love everything I've seen so far.
And one of my mindsets that I did right when I started in direct sales 8 years ago was that this is a paid internship. Literally everything you are doing is practice. So for
Absolutely.
me, when I started out here, yes, you want to come to some trainings, but really it's being on the court. So it's practicing inviting people to events, right? So that's all I did. That's all I did when I got to Ternot for months was I just practiced. Hey,
Right.
I'd love for you to come check this out. Hey, I know you're in the beauty space. Would you come tell me what you think? Hey, I know you're in the athletic performance world. I'd love for you to come check out. This is a new business I'm starting. I want to get your opinion on it. Hey, would you come? Like, I just practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced over and over again. It is like, you just get really good at one skill and then you move on to the next skill, right? And so, that's how we get good at things. You're like, well, that didn't really work. This worked. And Trent's doing the same thing. Like I'm seeing him increase his skills and getting in talking to customers and associates and things like that. So, and we're always here to help. But if you kind of switch your mindset to like I'm a student here, right? Like you're gonna suck sometimes. Like I was like, "Ooh, am I saying this right? I don't know what to do. But the other thing you can do is pretend you're inviting somebody to your birthday party. Like, hey, do you want to come to my birthday party? It's tomorrow at 7. Sure, I'll
Right.
come.
And also detach yourself from the outcome. Invite with no, like, people are going to come or they're not going to come. So, and also in the wise words of Benny, done is better than perfect.
That's our favorite motto right now. Done is better than perfect. So
Mhm.
inviting people, done is better than perfect. And when I'm sitting down and I'm intentional and I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit down and invite 10 people to tomorrow's event. Guaranteed I'm going to get 2 or 3 to come.
And Benny, most of your events are online events that you're talking about. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. So are different, and that's the thing, there's different ones to invite people to. I find it's easier to invite people to a real event than invite them to a recording, right?
Mhm.
So if they can't come to that event, then you'll be like, great, I'm going to send you a recording. It doesn't necessarily have to be that recording. But it's something to invite to, right? So it's a reason to reach out to people. And then my new favorite line that I'm going to share with you guys. So anybody who likes, watches your stories, comments, does anything, I like to reach out and I will say, Lisa, thanks for following my journey. I'm curious. Are you just cheering me on or would you like more information about what I'm up to? And they're going
Yes,
to
I
say yes
love
or
that
no.
too. Mhm.
They're going to say, oh, no, I'm good, but thanks. Or they might say, actually, I had one person, I did this like 2 months ago, and she said, actually, I want these 10 products. And I was like, oh, well, I'm glad I reached out. She's like, I can't believe you reached out. I just have this list of Turnot products that I'd love to try.
Right.
So just reaching out because you're just asking the question, are you just cheering me on or would you like some more info of what I'm up to? Because if not, you're never going to know. It's like having a handsome man across the grocery store. If you don't talk to them, you're never going to know.
That is super true.
All right. Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And a no is not a no forever. Remember that.
Absolutely. I call a no, not now.
So Michelle is on here. Michelle Shar is one of my besties. So when you make a list of who you want to be sitting on the beach with, Shar was on my list, top of my list. Shar was like, no. No. Until she was Yes. And that was like 4 months, right? And they say people need to be asked 7 or 8 times before they say yes. Doesn't necessarily mean, hey, Michelle, would you like to come tonight? Sometimes that is like, oh, there's this event happening, or I'm having my grand opening, or you have a post that they like. So, I mean, I've had someone reach out because I posted something about some of my like migraines. And then that was the like, well, now I'm interested, right? So you just have to keep trying different things and inviting them to different things and coming
Right.
from a place of love and service.
That is absolutely 100%. And the other thing that is true is, so, I've said I've been doing this for 10 years. I have people who I've been reaching out to since joining Turnout 3 years ago, and some of them are just now ordering. So they really have to see that your belief never changes. They're waiting for you to quit believing. And if they see you're not going to quit believing, then they're going to value or invest in you then. So
You never know. Sometimes it's timing, right? Like
it's 100% all timing. But yeah, well, I am so thankful you guys had me on tonight. I am probably going to log off as I gotta go pack to get ready to go to my dad's appointments tomorrow. It's only 8 for you guys, right?
it's 8:05. So we're gonna log off. I have a kiddo to put to bed. Thank you so much, Heather, for jumping on. I'm so new that I love learning, and I'm a sponge, and I've got some great ideas. So thank you for being on. Anyone who wants to schedule a launch with me, just reach out. And if you want a one-on-one call with me, reach out, and we're here for you.
All right. Yeah. I look
Thanks,
forward
Heather.
to seeing what May brings for us.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks so much, guys.
Bye.
Bye.